Hey, it's Summerslam, and we're in Los Angeles, which is where this show is traditionally held. Unfortunately, it starts with Nia Jax not showing up for the opening match, which is supposed to be Jax teaming with Liv Morgan against the Way. So poor old Liv Morgan has to try and take on two women. Well, not just two women, a proper tag team. They're good at working together, as you can see here, and both of which are more experienced than Liv Morgan. So a real uphill battle for the young female superstar, but she's a real terrier. She's a tough lass, and she'll want to be trying to. She gets out of the surfboard. That's pretty good. Then is able to come back a little bit here. Knee to the face of LaRae. The cover. Is he not in to break up? No, doesn't need to. They work together again though, the Way. We know them, we know LaRae is the partner of Johnny Gargano. Indy though, taken over here. And able to put Liv Morgan away. No surprises there. But there is a surprise to end the match, or at the end of this. Nia Jax comes out. She decides that her interaction with the Way will not be between bells. Just knocks them both out. So there you have it. That was your opening. The next match, John Cena to take on Drew McIntyre, the Intercontinental Champion. And yes, the championship is on the line. And this is between two of the most promising... I don't even think you'd call them up-and-comers at this point. I mean, John Cena's a former United States champion, so... And, Drew McIntyre, former NXT United Kingdom champion. So, a match either side of the pond, and Drew McIntyre starts it more aggressively than his opponent, stringing together some moves here, all of which look like they are rather painful. But the fans have really warmed to John Cena. I mean, ever since Survivor Series, when he went through... is his first Survivor Series, and he went through unbeaten. Unheard of. Well, he wasn't unbeaten at the end, he lost the final. But still, I mean, the round robin stage of Survivor Series, pretty unbelievable. And then beat Goldberg twice. But he needs to beat Drew McIntyre this time, a man of the same age, roughly. And it's for a new title for him, the Intercontinental title, that Drew McIntyre won back before WrestleMania. He won it on the European tour against Razor Ramon, which kicked off a whole series of events that are not playing out in the WWE at the moment. They're playing out in WCW. But that's for another show. You see here Drew McIntyre, who is not being quite as well received by the fans as he faces John Cena, just slamming him on the ground, throwing him into the barricade, into the table. Cena comes back, gives Drew some of his own medicine, head to pole. And then this is where you see that these aren't just a couple of big brawlers. Just back and forth, counters here. A bit of technique by the pair. And John Cena back into it, stringing together some moves, throwing out some taunts as well, but Drew McIntyre not interested in that. He comes back. Now he's the one kind of celebrating for the fans. But that doesn't work. Asks for a punch, gets one bigger than he expected. Then a big throw off the turnbuckle, and then one of these FUs. Bang, lands perfectly. John Cena in prime position to win the Intercontinental Championship, and he does. Title change at SummerSlam. John Cena is your new Intercontinental Champion. The reign of Drew McIntyre ends. It was a healthy reign. I mean, he defended it a few times since the European tour. But on this occasion, the better man is the American. And the fans don't mind that at all. LA is happy to see a leading man like John Cena on top. Now, the Women's Championship was decided via a tournament, which of course Ronda Rousey won. In the semi-final though, Nia Jax defeated Sarray. Now, Sarray is not used to fighting mammoth women, so this is an interesting contest, because I believe that the consensus is Sarray was probably the best matchup for Ronda Rousey, given she's just got more pro wrestling experience and she's a fantastic fighter. And you can see that paying off here. Fisherman suplex, beautiful bridge. You could have a pinfall too. No, not quite. So Ronda Rousey obviously has her own skills. As you can see here, working over the arm of Sarray. She's not necessarily known as the greatest striker, but she can throw some punches. And she's even got a few pro wrestling moves. Look at that. Cradled up, spinning slam. Bit of a powerbomb here just for fun. Samoan drop. That lands too. Stringing together some moves. So Sarray gets a bit desperate and using the ropes there, but another beautiful fisherman suplex, this time off the turnbuckle. Ronda Rousey kicking out pretty quickly though. She's tough. And unique. Look at that. Oh, and then just a kick to the face. Nothing too unique about that. But the Piper's Pit, beautifully executed, and then moves on to the judo throw. She's got that arm, and that's good night, Irene. No one gets out of the armbar. No one yet. No one in the UFC, no one in the WWE, and your World Women's Champion remains Ronda Rousey. And the fans are happy with that, you know. She's a popular lass. Oh my goodness, moving on to this one, the Cruiserweight Championship of the World, in a fantastic rivalry, but this match was bonkers. So, Swerve debuted in the WWE in a tag match against Ricochet, and he actually defeated Ricochet's partner, who was then the Cruiserweight Champion of the world. But not just the Cruiserweight Champion of the world, the all-time greatest Cruiserweight Champion of the world, Eddie Guerrero. And Eddie Guerrero will go on to lose that championship to Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio will go on to lose that championship to Ricochet. But in the meantime, these two had a feud, and Ricochet was never able to defeat Swerve Scott. So this is the obvious match to make, and these two flew around the ring like absolute maniacs. Look at this. An unbelievable match. Swerve was going for something special there, but Ricochet saw it coming. And then more of these absolutely unbelievable moves. That's what this match was all about. Ricochet with a little extra mustard on it, the way he goes about it, throwing Swerve into the steps. That wasn't particularly nice. Lands a nice powerbomb move there, and then the 450, and then more flippies. That's what he wants. That's all he needs. A bunch of flippies. Is it enough to keep Swerve down? Ricochet finally defeats Swerve Scott, and he retains, in his first defense, the World Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, and it looks good on him, doesn't it? He loves that. The fans don't necessarily love it, but he loves it. Quick clip from SmackDown. X-Pac came out to tell us all about how he believes Shawn Michaels is the reason Razor Ramon and Diesel were fired from the WWE, and he's not happy about it. And the fans aren't really particularly happy to see him, but the fact of the matter is, Shawn Michaels just defeated the top 5 contenders for the Light Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber. So X-Pac seen an opportunity here to slide in and get his shot over a personal feud. And it's quite admirable of Shawn Michaels to defend the championship after going through that Elimination Chamber match just a month ago and being the first or one of the starters. X-Pac doesn't let him get into the ring though. Attacks him on the ramp, slamming him down on it, slamming him into the barricade, using a chair on him. But this is all before the match even begins. I don't know why the referee would allow this to continue, but X-Pac. I mean, look, he's a good wrestler. He's a top wrestler, really. And he really goes for it here. But Shawn Michaels, he's on another level. And he fights back. He flies at X-Pac. Bang! Lands that forearm. The nip up. Oh, Manhattan drop. And the scoop slam. Wonderful comeback from the World Light Heavyweight Champion Shawn Michaels. Lines up that super kick. Lands it right in the chin of X-Pac, of his former friend. And that'll be all she wrote. Shawn Michaels retains WWE Light Heavyweight Championship. I dare say he deserves a break at this point, though. I mean, that's 2 brutal matches in a row. And he's done well to retain. And the fans are mostly happy about it. I mean, he's a cocky fellow, but a lot of the fans can't appreciate it. He's a legend at this point, you know? Speaking of legends, whoa, The Rock's coming out. It's our co-main event, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock recently formed a team with AJ Styles, who returned after losing that Light Heavyweight Championship. He's taken a bit of a break since then, but he comes back, not interested in the Light Heavyweight Championship anymore, decides maybe teaming with a former World Heavyweight Champion is the way to go, and taking on the World Tag Team Championship. Well, World Tag Team Champions, who hold the World Tag Team Championships. This is my second recording of this, by the way. It's so annoying. I did a whole freaking, 20 minutes? 20 minutes I was doing this, and it wasn't recording. Sweat my ass off here trying to keep the audio in a decent position. Oh, wait, by the way, that last video sucked, I'm sorry. Probably shouldn't be talking about this, it kind of makes this video suck. But this match here, it's cool because it's the kind of match you never thought you'd see. I mean, you never think you'd see AJ Styles and The Rock teaming up for one, but as soon as you think about it, it makes so much sense. These guys are veterans, they're world champions, and they form a great team, but are they great enough to defeat the current world tag team champions? I mean, Anvil and Brett, they've been tagging together for years and years, not always, you know, I mean, on and off, but still, they're a very good team together. So I guess it's that dynamic that makes this match interesting. It's very seasoned partners versus new partners, but the partners are both former world champions in the singles right. There's also a rivalry that already exists between AJ Styles and Bret Hart. When Bret Hart was in the WWE previously, he wanted to be a light heavyweight champion, but he never was able to gain that championship, and AJ Styles was one of the reasons for that. Since then he moved to WCW, he was tag team champion there. At the start of the year he moves back to WWE. Now he's dodging phenomenal forearms and hitting pile drivers. Going for sharpshooters on AJ Styles, that doesn't work though. You see here the teamwork of the Hart Foundation. And the heavyweight going up against the light heavyweight. Oh no. Doesn't matter how big he is, burning hammer. In fact, the bigger he is, the worse that hurts. No one wants to fall on their head. This could be the end. But Jim kicks out. Both men tag out. The Rock versus Bret Hart. They trade blows. This is another dream kind of coming together. Bret Hart versus The Rock? I don't think we've seen this before. The Rock with a spine buster. He takes out Jim. And then, with the rock bottom, landing that on Bret Hart, this could be all for him. Oh, and just at the very, very last second, kicking out of that so many times. The Rock has won a match with that. He's won world titles with that move. But not this world title, not this time. Another phenomenal forearm. Another one dodged. Bret Hart makes his comeback. Knocks The Rock out of the ring. And AJ Styles has no one to save him. The sharpshooter gets locked in. He's in the center of the ring. Pretty much no one can withstand that. Bret Hart wins. and the Hart Foundation retain the World Tag Team Championships. Good for them, eh? But I mean, as great as their opposition were, or as they were, yeah, they weren't really a tag team. I mean, they want to be a tag team. I think they're going to stay in the tag division. Well, you know, that's a good one. It was a good match. But let's move along to the main event. And this is a match that's happened multiple times before. And actually, the championship has changed hands between these two before. They were both of Evolution, a stable that was kind of run by Triple H, Randy Orton and Jerry Lawler were the other two involved. The obvious moniker kind of obviously coming from the fact that Randy Orton at that time was an up-and-comer. Triple H was established, and well, I mean, frankly, the King was the past, even back then, even more so now. But that feud has continued. Randy Orton did actually end up defeating Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship, but that's the only time he's held it. Triple H has held it multiple times. And Randy Orton just trying to not be the guy that just won the championship once. Not be the kid that never lived up to his potential. And he's not afraid to go after that injured knee of Triple H in order to attain that. As we saw in their tag match at Elimination Chamber. And on that occasion, Randy Orton was actually able to defeat Triple H. And you see here some desperation perhaps in throwing him out of the ring. A neck breaker on the outside. And things got weird at this point. We know Randy Orton is the Viper, but we didn't know he could slither like this. And it created a bit of a weird moment in the match. Sped it up for you here a bit. Triple H eventually had to just take the referee out, which in a way is noble, but he didn't want to win by a count out. But eventually the match gets going again. And Triple H's momentum wouldn't last, but neither would Orton's really. It was quite back and forth from this point, and both men just know each other's moves so well. It's difficult for one to get too much of an advantage on the other. You see here Triple H with a bit of hastiness and Orton making him pay. DDT here could make him pay a little further. It does, I suppose. But, oh, spine buster. There's a pinfall here. That could be it. A powerful slam, not enough to keep Randy Orton down. Maybe this is. The pedigree. Triple H hasn't strung together too much offense at this point, but the pedigree has won him world titles, just not on this occasion. Randy Orton able to kick out. He goes back to those knees, the one knee in particular that's injured. But once again, Triple H persists, he perseveres, he's able to escape. And you can see the tiredness on both men now. Oh, an RKO attempt, not quite. The match just kind of continues like this. Neither can get a true advantage over the other. Randy Orton trying for one, hits the RKO. This could see us with a new world champion. Triple H kicking out at the very last moment. I think there Randy Orton was gone for another one of those figure four leg locks, but Triple H counters. He saw it coming this time. Goes to the top turnbuckle. Huge suplex off the top. That's an equalizer if you've ever seen one. The pinfall, not quite complete though. Triple H sends Orton into the ropes, hits another spine buster. Is this the finish? Nope. But the pedigree might be. If he lands it, he does. Second pedigree of the match that lands. Orton's down, and he's out. Triple H retains the World Heavyweight Championship. A match so long in the making. Triple H injured after that WrestleMania match. Randy Orton waiting somewhat patiently in the wings for it, but it doesn't pay off. Triple H remains your World Heavyweight Champion. Thank you very much for watching this one. Until next time, have a good one.